What's poppin' Knights? It's OnoKage, otherwise known as the King. And I'm coming to you with a brand new part 2. What if Itachi was Hokage? And joining me is...
Yo, what up, my fellow knights? It's your boy, Outlaw Cowboy. Y'all already know who it is, y'all.
And Jesus Christ, that was loud, so I turned it down for you. But there is a few things that I do want to talk about before we get into this one. Namely, Outlaw made a character.
That's right, my fellow knights. I did make a character. Her name is Shuji Kagami, and she used to be a member of Danzo's Root Anbu. That is until our boy Itachi swooped in like an eagle and was like, a yoink! Man, now she works for Itachi. My ninjas.
No. Disgusting. But I feel like we've talked your ears off long enough. So let's get into it.
Don't have time to waste, the king is into beast mode. Your ninjas better hide away before I try to beast my vibe. Not to win this fairy tale, I got the
Orochimaru.
Oh, Danzo Shimura. To what do I owe this visit?
I'm sure you're aware that Hiruzen has already selected the next Hokage.
Yes, Itachi Uchiha, the Leaf's Grim Reaper. He's an apt choice for the...
His succession to Hokage will lead the village to ruin.
And what makes you so certain, Danzo?
The Uchiha are unstable and slaves to their own hearts. The boy won't have the constitution to make hard decisions, sacrifices for the empowerment of the nation. No, Itachi is soft, like Minato and Hiruzen before him. He would bend a knee to those who would threaten our village, and I will not sit idly by and let the leaf be destroyed.
That was beautifully heartfelt, Danzo. But it doesn't answer my question. Why are you here? Certainly not to defend my old stomping grounds. For you, of all people, should know, I've got no sympathy for the plight of the leaf. I fully intend to destroy that village myself.
And I intend to aid you.
Oh, you intend to aid me. Tell me, why would you help me destroy the village you love more than yourself?
That's precisely the reason. I love the leaf, and I will protect it with my own life.
Then why aid me burn it to the ground?
The village suffers from a virus, one that poisons the very heart of my home. And I'm ashamed that it took me this long to notice. But there is hope. Much like any virus, all you need do is cull the roots before they spread and cultivate a remedy so that the symptoms do not return.
Then it seems we may be of one mind. But I'm still curious. What would I get from our potential partnership?
I do not bargain empty-handed, Orochimaru. Torune.
And from the shadows, Torune appears holding a jar containing 4 Sharingan.
I offer you power and resources for your experiments.
Orochimaru, pleased with this, laughs in a wicked excitement of the possibilities as Torune is disgusted at what he must do. And Danzo hands over the Sharingan. He walks away, ready to plan his next move.
We will be the storm of disaster for the leaf. And as Itachi fails and Hiruzen dies, I will be there to rebuild my home from the ashes.
Okay, hang on. I think I got control back.
Hey, yo, what was that?
I don't know, man. I think Orochimaru and Danzo giving exposition.
Don't have time to waste, the king is into beast mode. Your ninjas better hide away before I try to beast my vibe. fairy tale, I got the heat flow. Back the lead in the trunks, I got the heat dome. Got the flow going crazy, that's a shuttle clone. I switch it up and interchange, and yeah, that's how the story goes. Sharingan or Rinnegan, pick one. Either way, you'll stay gone, cause bygones ain't bygone. Then in my hand, make your all go and run. If I just pull that rock, you are so stay like a Picasso. These hands is napalm. Fuck around and find out what I breathe with the sample. Someone with the greats, I can ape you a prince. Oh, I'm a king, what you tell me with no prince? Dude, got the knife right behind me in the back. Dude, gonna fall down when the dogs attack. Oh, like you know, see, I'm the leader of the pack. So what you lay down, bitch, pay respect.
We continue our story during Naruto and Sasuke's very first day of the academy.
Okay, side note, I understand that these are their beginning outfits. However, imagine I cared enough to do it as them as children for like the 20 minutes that this is going to exist. Back to the story.
The two boys are excited to finally start their journey to becoming ninja. When they get to class, Naruto immediately gets hateful glares from all the students. Well, all of them except for Sasuke, his brother, Shikamaru, who's asleep, Choji, who's stuffing his face, and Hinata, who's too afraid to look him in the eyes, and the transfer student, Shuji. Just as the frightened Naruto turns his head, used to these insults, he hears them every time he goes into the village, and they've only gotten worse since his mom and dad died. But as his head is full of these thoughts, a water bottle was thrown at him, which Sasuke deflects.
Oi, dog breath. You got a problem with us?
So what if I do, demon lover?
Demon lover, an insult used commonly by those towards the Uchiha clan for taking in Naruto.
Oh, trust me, Muttmouth. You don't want that problem.
Oh, I wouldn't bet on that.
Sasuke smiles smugly at the boy and his dog, ready for them to make the first move. But the spat was broken up by a girl yelling from her seat.
Hey, Kiba! Could you shut up? It's almost time for class to start. And I don't think we should have trouble on the first day of school.
But Shuji, you know what he is. A monster. Why should we be buddy-buddy with him?
The only monster here is your breath. So shut your mouth, beta boy.
That's still so mean. Kiba doesn't deserve it.
As the remarks were heard, Shuji scoffs and sits in her seat with a bored expression, followed by the rest of the students who were watching the argument. As they got settled, Naruto sat next to the girl and Sasuke followed his brother. As they sit, Naruto says,
Hey, thanks for helping out.
It was nothing. You don't need to mention it.
Oh, my name is Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki. What's yours?
Me? I'm Shuji Kagami. And I already know who you are, Naruto. You're the big bad fox all these kids are scared of. But you look more like a little fox to me. Kind of pathetic, really.
Naruto's shocked. This girl is new, but she already knows his secret. He hides behind his brother instinctively.
Listen, while I appreciate your help, don't you dare disrespect Naruto. If you do, you answer to me. And that goes for the rest of you here, too. Go after my brother, and I'll make sure there's hell to pay.
Surprisingly, though, to this insult, Shuji is not terrified. Instead, she smiles.
And that's my point exactly, little fox. You're hiding behind your big brother. It's pathetic, really. And I don't really care if it's because you're shy or whatever. If you can't stand on your own 2 feet, you're going to die.
And at that point, a man in a tuning flak jacket enters the room. He has a scar across his nose. He sits behind his desk as he senses the tension in the room. He exclaims,
Hello, my name is Aruka, and I will be your teacher throughout your journey of becoming ninja.
Meanwhile, at the Hokage's office, Itachi sits in his chair as he summons Shisui. When Shisui enters the room, he would see Itachi lost in his own thoughts. When he opens the door, Itachi springs and hugs his friend, saying,
It's good to see you, Shisui. Likewise, Itachi.
As that's said, a pensive look takes over Itachi's face.
So, how have things been since that night?
Well, despite my newfound lack of depth perception, I manage all right.
The room goes silent for a while. And in a moment, noticing the worried look on his best friend's face, Shisui speaks.
Itachi, you look worried. Is there something on your mind?
Yeah, it's Naruto. I'm scared. He and Sasuke both saw our parents die. It was a big blow for all of us. But I was able to distract myself with work. And Sasuke was able to become a protector for Naruto in my absence. But Naruto, he just didn't have the same outlook. For him, the scars ran a little deeper.
Well, you can't really blame the kid now, can you? Come on, there has to be more to the story. What's going on?
Naruto. He's a strong kid, but he's been struggling with nightmares ever since he was little. And ever since our parents died, they've only gotten worse.
And let me guess, he doesn't want to talk to you about them. I can understand it. His big brother's about to be Hokage after all. He probably doesn't want to burden you with his problems. Don't worry, I can talk to him for you, Itachi. Though, I will say, it seems a little excessive to call me to the Hokage's office for a favor.
And right you are, Shisui. We would like you to do more than just speak to Naruto.
Forgive my impertinence, Lord Third. I didn't see you there. Could you please explain what you mean by more?
Itachi interjects, telling his friend to lift his head as he explains.
We've been discussing Shisui, and we would like you to be Naruto's squad captain. What do you say?
Me? A squad captain? Itachi, I'm flattered, but I'm already chief of police. I don't have the time. More so, I don't think I'm the right man for the job.
While I understand your apprehension, Shisui, you are the best choice. Namely, your relationship with Naruto and Sasuke. And your skill with the Sharingan is rivaled only by Itachi.
Oh, so you want me to control the Nine Tails while we go on jobs? Is that it?
No, it's more than that, Shisui. Naruto and Sasuke trust you, and so do I. I want you there for them because I know you'll do your best.
Okay. I can understand that. You're busy, and having a constant eye on them would be beneficial. However, what I don't get is the nightmares. Why bring those up if you didn't want me to just talk to Naruto?
A few nights ago, when Naruto was sleeping, he was restless. And I went to comfort him, but then I saw a red chakra that was visible without the Sharingan. And it wasn't Naruto. It was full of malice and hatred. It
was the Kyuubi, wasn't it, Itachi?
Correct, Shisui. It appears the beast is making its presence known. The fox may be trying to take advantage of Naruto's trauma, using the boy's weakened mental state. And we need you to keep that under control. Shisui nods, understanding the situation. But he then questions.
So, if I'm going to be a squad captain, that means it's a 3-man cell. Who's my third member?
Hiruzen looks to the side as Itachi puts on a smile reminiscent to Minato as he scratches the back of his head and exclaims.
She's a little different. Her name is Shuji Kagami, a former member of Danzo's foundation. She was a child soldier, taken from her home. Her parents are unknown, but her skill is real.
Shisui's eye opens wide in surprise as he questions.
Wait. The same Danzo that threw a temper tantrum and tried to eradicate our clan. Are you sure this child can be trusted?
I'm confident she can. After all, she was part of the reason why I was able to stop Danzo's coup d'etat. But her and the two others, Tenzo and Sai, they're gonna have trouble fitting in to society again. So I gave them a choice, and she chose to work under me.
Fine. I already agreed to the job, so I'll take it. But seriously, Itachi, infiltrating a secret foundation, stopping a coup d'etat. You really are gearing to be the next Hokage, aren't you?
Naturally.
The two friends smile. They laugh as they diverge from the Hokage talk, and they begin to reconnect, making up for lost time, while Hiruzen stares out of the window, wondering where Danzo could be. A few months pass, and the school sessions and school days continue. Iruka is at the helm of the class as he gives instruction. All right, class. It's time to get a practical assessment of your skills with light sparring. Naruto and Sasuke smile, ready to show off their skills, while Shuji watches from afar, scoffing at the two. The class is led outside, and they are then set up in pairs. Naruto versus his bully, Kiba. Sasuke versus this prodigy in the class, Neji. And Shuji versus Hinata. And we'll begin with Sasuke. The two stand off from each other. Neji getting into his traditional gentle fist style, and Sasuke, with more training from the Uchiha masters, gets into his traditional and Sasuken style, or assassin's fist. The two wait for the command, sizing each other up, and as they hear, Kajime, they begin their fighting. They rush each other. Sasuke is more defensive, dodging and parrying his attacks, knowing that the gentle fist is dangerous. If he's hit once, he's over. He gains some distance to formulate a strategy, but as he does, Neji rushes him, yelling that there is no escape. But this is exactly what Sasuke wanted. The Atsuken style is made for flexibility and adaptability. As Neji rushes, Sasuke grabs his arm and pins Neji to the ground, but Neji was able to get out of this, kicking Sasuke in the back of the head, forcing him off. As they rush in again, the fight is now declared over. Sasuke scoffs, as does Neji. The match was decided as a tie. Iruka canceled it early, not wanting the two students to actively hurt each other. Naruto congratulates his brother on the match, but Sasuke is irritated. A tie. Itachi wouldn't tie. He needs to get stronger. He needs to protect Naruto. He looks to Neji as he projects his voice.
Hoi, Hyuga. Next time we fight, it won't be a tie.
Neji ignores the boy, making Sasuke more irritated. And Naruto, thinking of Shuji's words and growing more confident over the last few months, yells at Neji.
Hey, paleface! I know you heard my brother talking to you. The least you can do is answer him.
Hinata chuckles at this, getting Neji irritated. He turns around to face Naruto.
It seems the princess is interested in monsters. Fine, you have my attention. But why would I speak to a demon lover?
Naruto's shocked that Neji even turned around, but he smiles, cracking his knuckles as he yells.
Because in a real fight, Sasuke would never go down to a loser like you.
Sasuke is impressed by Naruto's confidence, but Neji simply smirks.
The Hyuga have long past stood above the Uchiha clan. This draw was in the favor of the demon lover. He should be grateful. This was nothing more than a sparring match. You jerk!
The real reason why Naruto hides behind his brother is now slipping out. The fox, his chakra, is now leaking from Naruto. His anger becomes palpable, terrifying the class. The intensity is felt by each and every student, including their teacher, until Sasuke smiles and places his hand on Naruto's shoulder, saying,
Hey Naruto, calm down. Oh, paleface over there is just scared. You said it best. In a real fight, he wouldn't stand a chance. But you need to get ready for your next match. So calm down, okay? I'm sorry, Sasuke.
The red chakra begins to fade from Naruto as a smile grows in his face as the two brothers bump fists. Naruto then runs to the field, ready to fight as Kiba enters.
I've been waiting for this all day. You and your pathetic brother think you're so funny. I'm gonna beat you stupid.
Naruto enters the ring. He stands against Kiba. His palms sweat. His knees shake. His arms are heavy. He's never really fought anyone else besides his brothers before. He's a little scared, but he hides this fear with bravado.
Oh, so you wanna play, puppy? Let's go then.
Kiba growls, getting into his fighting stance, the best one he can form, the way of the beast, as Naruto gets into a fusion of the Uchiha fighting stance and a Muay Thai stance he calls Satsujuken, or the murderous fist. And Iruka yells, Kajime! Kiba rushes, but Naruto remains stationary, waiting for Kiba to get close, which the ignorant boy does, starting with a big slash to the right. But Naruto easily predicted this. He grabs Kiba's wrist, catching the boy off guard, leaving him open for a strong punch to the jaw. He loses his balance. Naruto then holds him to the ground, fist inches away from Kiba's face. And Iruka cancels the match. Sasuke smiles. Naruto jumps up, cheering, yelling,
I won! Sasuke, did you see that? That's my skills talking!
Sasuke smiles.
Yes, I saw, idiot. Elder brother would be proud. Now hurry up. You're making a fool of yourself. Hey, come on, Sasuke! I've never won a fight before. You and brother are too strong. We should celebrate.
That's when the girl from earlier, Shuji, walks over. She congratulates Naruto, again calling him a little fox, much to Sasuke's annoyance.
This girl isn't worth our time. Come on, Naruto. Sasuke, wait.
Naruto walks over to Shuji, looking the girl in the eyes.
Your name was Shuji, right? Listen, you're weird, but I can tell you're not a bad person. I can see what you mean. I've been putting a lot of pressure on Sasuke, but I'm not going to make them worry. No more.
The girl smiles, happy that her words were able to reach somebody. But Sasuke just grabs his brother, and they walk into the crowd. And Shuji is then called to the ring. She opens, getting ready for her fight, but her opponent, Hinata, looks scared. She's taking the fun out of this for her. Shuji yells,
What's wrong with you, Hyuga girl? This is practice. I'm not gonna hurt you for real.
Hinata pauses, unable to look the uncomfortably aggressive and colorful child in the face.
But I can't.
Then quit being a ninja. The ninja world is cruel. And it's got no sympathy for children.
Her words are harsh, but true. She walks over to the girl and pushes her to the ground, hoping that she gets up and fight. But no, she stays there. And Iruka runs over, saying that Shuji is disqualified. The match hasn't started yet. But Shuji doesn't stop.
Pathetic. You want to be a kunoichi, right? Stand up for yourself.
But Hinata does not move, merely wallows on the ground. Shuji, frustrated, looks around, only to see the judging eyes of the other students. But that doesn't matter, as much as the fact is the Hyuga girl won't fight. She walks away, more frustrated than before. She didn't even get to stretch. She goes back into the school, but only as a distraction. She then uses Shadow Step. Without the notice of anyone, she heads towards Tenso and Sai, who are training. She smiles when she sees them, stating how long that it's been since she's seen her old teammates. Sai then fakes a smile as he looks at her.
Oh, look, Sensei. The rainbow has decided to grace us with her presence today.
Shut up, jerk.
And then out of nowhere, Tenso appears behind her.
Aren't you supposed to be at school, young lady?
Not enough. Never mind. Listen, I think I may have made a mistake. That school is so boring.
You told Lord Itachi you wanted a normal life. He's doing the best he can.
I know, and I'm grateful. But normal kids just have it too easy.
Tenso looks at the girl before responding.
But that's what we, as ninjas, strive to protect. So just slow down and enjoy it, Shuji.
Sai burst out laughing.
As if that idiot could slow down, Sensei. You'd have better luck taking food from a bear's mouth.
Quiet, Inkblot.
Sai doesn't fake his smile this time, as he walks over to her.
Well, it's nice to see you haven't changed in your time under Lord Itachi. How's your mission going?
She scoffs as she sits down in the dirt.
That Naruto kid is weird. He's honest, but just too trusting. He already thinks that I'm his friend.
Ah, so you're worried he'll be easy to manipulate. cute. But what about his brother, Lord Itachi's blood relative?
I mean, Sasuke's better. He acts like a proper ninja. But all he does is look out for his little brother.
Tenzo chuckles, listening to the girl's plight.
Well, you'll have your hands full once you start going on missions. I'll be watching from the shadows, so you won't be alone.
Yeah, I know, Tenzo. It's just, this whole thing is... it's too new.
What do you mean by that, Shuji?
Shuji looks at her hands, noticing the scars that she has from all of her training with the Foundation. As she states,
I worked with y'all. And they're supposed to be my new team. They're just nothing like us, though.
Sai stands up, unveiling his scroll, showing a new painting he was working on, depicting a bird in a cage, as he tells Shuji,
You really are an idiot, aren't you? Or were you just not listening? Since they already said it, it's good that they're not like us.
But Shuji stands up, yelling, How? How is that good? Before breaking down.
They don't know what it's like to have your ears ringing in a fight. The taste of blood in your mouth and your life hanging on a string. They just don't understand. Yet they still want to be ninja.
Tenzo kneels down to Shuji's level, looking her in the eye, wiping the tears from her face, as he says,
You mean they don't understand what it's like to be hurt?
Shuji doesn't know how to respond, but she collects herself as Tenzo continues.
The world wasn't built in one day, Shuji. Be patient. Open your heart to them. They may just surprise you.
But that's when they hear the bell, and Shuji has to head back to class. She sits down before anyone notices she was even gone. She looks at Naruto and Sasuke, but Sasuke rolls his eyes at her, which causes her to scoff in return. She then turns her head to Hinata, who's sitting with a girl who smells like flowers. As she goes over to them, she exclaims,
Yo, what's up?
Hinata yelps, a little afraid, and Ino stands up to protect her, but Shuji thinks back to Tenzo's words, trying to be a little more patient. As she says,
Listen, flower girl. I'm just trying to apologize to the Hyuga.
Her name is Hinata, and if you wanted to apologize, you can start by learning it.
The two girls begin to argue and bicker when Hinata stops them.
No, what I'm saying is, you don't have to apologize, Shuji. What you said is true. I know I'm weak. Hinata, you know that's not true.
Shuji lets out a deep sigh, causing Hinata to think that she upset her somehow.
Okay, I'll admit it. I was a little harsh during our match.
A little?
Yeah, a little, flower girl. Now, as I was saying,
a name.
I did mean what I said. I was a bit more frustrated because you didn't even try. Especially when I can see that in this class, you're the most talented Hyuga here. Kid, you're strong.
Ino does not care about her flowered words. She glares at Shuji, who just glares right back. The two girls are butting heads, but Hinata gets in the middle as she asks,
Wait, you think I'm strong?
Well, duh. That's why I said it, Hinata.
Oh, well, you could have said it during your match, instead of embarrassing her in front of everybody.
Hinata looks down on herself, unsure if this girl is telling the truth or just pulling some kind of prank. But Shuji then bends down, grabs her hands, and says,
Well, listen, girl. I'll tell you what. We can actually spar later, and I'll show you a thing or two, so you can see how strong you are. Sound fun?
Hinata sheepishly smiles and nods. The three girls start to chatter, but they stop as Hinata freezes in fear when Neji stares daggers at her. Triggering Shuji's temper and Ino's irritation, they turn to yell at him, but Sasuke stands in, saying,
What's wrong, Neji? You seem a bit intimidated. Worried she'll make the princess too strong for you. Are you? And what do you know, demon lover? More than you, apparently. You see, I studied a lot about the other clans of the Leaf, the Hyuga especially, since you think your Byakugan could challenge the Sharingan.
And Naruto jumps in.
Yeah, but just like I told Sasuke, the Hyuga's overhyped.
Neji jumps from his seat.
You dare insult the Hyuga?
the greatest clan in the leaf. Sasuke smiles as he stands from his seat.
No, not all the Hyuga. Just a side branch.
Naruto laughs as he flips off Neji. Still not over their interaction earlier. Neji's Byakugan activates, as does Sasuke's Sharingan. As Neji charges, Sasuke barely reacts, but Naruto's able to stand in the middle, breaking the two up.
Listen. I'm sorry about that. All Sasuke was trying to say was, maybe stop creeping on Hinata. Staring at her like that's kinda gross, you weirdo.
Whatever. If you want to fill that girl's head with illusions, be my guest. She will never be strong. She's a failure as a kunoichi.
And a failure as a Hyuga. I'm leaving.
And Shuji watches as he leaves. She looks into Sasuke's eyes. She can tell that Sasuke knows that he was outmatched by Neji. But she doesn't speak on it. She just smiles.
Okay, now that those idiots are done, what do you say, Hinata? Do you want to spar?
Ino continues to stare daggers at Shuji until Hinata responds, saying yes.
Good! I'll see you in the training grounds. Oh, and you can come too if you want, Flower Girl.
I have a name. It's Ino, you jerk.
Yeah. Whatever.
As the school day ends, Hinata arrives at the training grounds to meet up with Shuji. And Ino watches from some bushes, unknown to Hinata, as Shuji speaks.
Hinata, are you ready to get started?
She sheepishly responds, saying yes. But Shuji interjects.
Don't tense up, Hinata. Nervousness will be the death of you.
Hinata apologizes. Shuji interjects again.
And don't be sorry. That's the whole point. We're trying to train those insecurities out of you. Not activate your Byakugan and get ready. But don't you dare say you can't. I've been watching you, Hinata. You're even more of a prodigy than that Hyuga kid you like bullying.
Hinata looks down on herself, not knowing how to respond, and that hesitation frustrates Shuji, as she does a high-speed hand sign. Surprising Hinata with the precision, she then yells,
Water style! Water bully jutsu!
Shooting a massive ball of water at insane force, not giving Hinata enough time to dodge. She activates her Byakugan out of desperation as Shuji watches her. Hinata then holds out her hand in the shape of a knife as she thinks to herself, I can do this. She can see the flow of chakra in the jutsu. She can do this. She expands chakra from her fingertips as she attempts a gentle fist technique to cut the jutsu in half. She yells with all of her might as she brings down her arm, stopping the water bullet in its tracks. The force is still fighting against her. She begins to cut it though, surprising herself and Shuji as she smiles. And Ino, who's dumbfounded, watching Hinata fight, her courage is astounding. Hinata then yells with all of her strength, but it just wasn't enough yet. She attempted a high-level Hyuga technique. The force of the water bullet was still too strong for her though. It throws her back, but she still stands on her feet, ready to fight. Shuji smiles, saying, You're starting to get it, Hinata. But Hinata questions.
What do you mean?
What it means to be a shinobi.
To be a shinobi?
Exactly, Hinata. We are shinobi of the Hidden Leaf. But more so than that, we are kunoichi. We don't back down. We don't surrender. We endure. Because that's what it means to be a ninja.
Hinata stares at this girl, who's barely older than she is, as does Ino, both inspired by her words, as she continues.
In the real world, a split decision can mean the difference between life and death. If you hesitate for even a second, there is no question. You'll die. You understand that, right?
Right!
Then get ready.
As both girls get into their fighting stances, Ino from the bushes continues to look on.
Who is this girl? She talks like she's been in the war.
As the fight starts, remembering what Shuji had said to her prior to the start of the fight, she activates her Byakugan. And Shuji makes the first move, running at Hinata, rapidly approaching from the left. The young girl short hops, breaking her leg up, then dropping it back down, going for an axe kick on Hinata. She goes for a block, but seeing an opening, she spins away, rolling off of Shuji's leg to her side. Shuji, seeing her indecisiveness, uses her flexibility, bends over herself, placing her hands on Hinata's shoulders, grabbing her clothes, and doing a judo throw, throwing Hinata on her back. Shuji yells,
Stop hesitating!
Right!
Shuji continues her assault, jumping in the air, going to stop on Hinata's chest, but she grabs her leg, throwing her away. Shuji rolls off the ground, charging lightning chakra into her palms.
Lightning style! Thunderclap arrow!
But Hinata saw the attack coming and gracefully dodges. As she rushes in, Shuji thinks, good, keep that up, Hinata. Hinata continues to rush Shuji. She knows she can't win if she gets too close. It'll be dangerous. Shuji backflips and yells,
Water style! Water bully jutsu!
firing 6 small water bullets at Hinata, who cuts through all of them with ease. But it caused her to stop moving, getting Shuji some distance, as she yells again,
Lightning style! Thunderclap arrow!
Shuji was given more than enough time to charge up this attack. It's going straight for Hinata. She dodges gracefully, but the water on the floor is still infused with chakra, and it conducts electricity, giving a shock to Hinata, not enough to paralyze her, but enough to knock her off balance. Shuji then uses Shadow Step to appear behind Hinata, placing her finger on the nape of her neck. Hinata freezes, and Shuji smiles.
It's over.
Hinata falls to her knees exhausted, but with a smile on her face. As Shuji questions how does she feel, Hinata responds,
I feel better, I think.
Good! Then tell me why we did this.
Right, because hesitation will get you killed.
No, because I don't want you to die, Hinata. Or worse.
Or worse. What do you mean?
No, being forced to watch the people you love die. When you hesitated, when you could have saved them.
Silence fills the area. The only sound that can be heard is the wind rustling the trees, as Hinata ponders on what Shuji just said.
You know, Shuji, I've been thinking this for a while now, but it sounds like you're speaking from experience. What have you seen?
Enough. But let's get back to training.
As their conversation ends, both girls continue training and time passes. Meanwhile, Naruto and Sasuke are continuing their training until their big brother comes home. The three train together where Itachi begins to teach them about Shuriken Jutsu. Naruto and Sasuke then smile as they look to their big brother, asking if he could teach them a new jutsu. But Itachi just pokes them on the forehead.
Sorry, little brothers. I had to get up early to meet up with Lord Hiruzen. Some other time, though.
Sasuke grumbles, saying that he always says that. But eventually, the boys retire and go into the house. As they get ready for bed, Itachi wishes them a good night, as do their big brother. They close their eyes and set off to dream. As they do, the red chakra of Sound Naruto begins to bubble up, and his mind runs rampant. He opens his eyes to see himself in a white void. There's nothing there, but he can make out the visage of 4 people in the distance. He begins to run towards them. As he gets closer, he can make out their faces. 2 people that he's only seen in pictures. And then there's Makoto and Fugaku, the people that raised him. The other 2 are his mother and father. He begins to run faster and faster, but the distance between them never changes. It's as if he's running in place. At that moment, when he realizes that he's not moving, he begins to sink. As he falls, he lands on something soft. He looks beneath him, and it's the body of his parents, his adoptive and birth. But there's no blood, so maybe they're just sleeping. He tries to wake them up. He shakes them, asking them to answer him, to talk to him. One last time, please. But all he hears is a distant and disgusting voice. The voice of Danzo fills his ears like a slimy worm trying to crawl under his skin. He tries to run, but still, he goes nowhere. As he feels short of breath, the voice of Danzo begins to surround him.
Run, Fox, run. Unless you want your brother to be next.
The ground beneath Naruto begins to give way, and Naruto falls and falls and falls even deeper into a world that is devoid of color. He looks around at the nothingness. The silence that surrounds him is deafening until
pathetic. All that power inside you, and you couldn't save anyone. Not your adopted mother, father, not even the clan that took you in.
the clear visage of Danzo appears right before Naruto. He backs away slowly, fear consuming his heart. As he panics, Danzo inches closer.
And soon your brothers will fall as well, and you'll be too weak to stop it.
Helpless, Naruto can only scream.
What do you want from me?
And with that, the image of Danzo begins to fade away, leaving a few parting words.
Join me and become my tool. I'll make you stronger, Fox. Strong enough to protect your brothers.
And Naruto awakes in his bed in a cold sweat. Unbeknownst to him, on the other side of his wall was Fu Yamanaka, releasing his jutsu. As he does, he senses Itachi right behind him, throwing a kunai. He dodges. Itachi says,
What are you doing here, traitor?
Lord Itachi, you know I can't tell you that.
Itachi is slightly taken aback by the sign of respect, but he then remembers the seal that is placed on Fu, forcing him to be loyal to Danzo, but his heart still remains with the leaf. He can't disobey, or he'll be forced to take his own life. Itachi wants to release the seal, but he can't, as the man before him is just a clone.
And you know I'll stop him, just like last time. And if you or Torne get in my way, I won't spare your lives.
I see. Well, then, Lord Itachi, I pray you stop Lord Danzo before it comes to that.
Itachi watches as a clone disperses into a cloud of smoke. He then turns towards his home and Naruto, who woke up to get a glass of water. Itachi then goes back inside.
Oh, big bro. What are you doing up so early? Wait, did you have to leave to see the old man already?
Oh, no. I just went to go see an old friend. But why are you up?
Oh, no reason. I just couldn't sleep.
He's hiding his nightmares again. I wonder how many times Fu has done this. Wait a second. Does Fu want to be seen? How many people does that damn Danzo have in the village?
Itachi then takes a second to get a closer look at Naruto. He sees bags forming under his eyes that he didn't notice before. He's exhausted. He hasn't slept in a while. But Itachi doesn't want to force Naruto to talk to him. So instead,
Well, whatever the reason, I'm feeling a bit peckish. What do you say you and I get a snack and you go back to sleep?
Yeah. That sounds real good, big bro.
And that's why I think we're going to end this one for today. So, did you like it? Did you hate it? What do you rate it? So, as you can tell, I have been away for a long time. I've been very busy working, army, you know, life. Being an adult sucks. But I do want to say, what's your opinion on the AI voices? It took me a very long time to get them right, and they're still kind of robotic. But I think that as I, progressively start to use them more, they'll get better. But as they are now, do you like them, or are you against AI voices in this stuff? Because I can just, try to sound like a female, but I think that this brings a new life to the female characters. Because the male characters, I'm still going to just imitate myself, because AI stuff is a lot of work, especially since I'm not paying for the program. Other than that, Outlaw, you got some words?
Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this new part to What If Itachi Was Hokage. And honestly, I took some liberties to make this new character Shuji. And I mean, let's be real. It's like she's skilled, but not too skilled to where the story is like boring. And I really did enjoy creating this character. And I hope you guys are going to love her character development, her character itself. And it's like, man, I hope you guys are ready for the new content that's coming out on my channel too. I gotta try to finish the walkthrough for Pokemon Scarlet. I gotta do, the new Nuzlocke playthrough that I'm planning to do with OnoKage. And then eventually I plan to bring you guys a, series on Power World, which I plan to get eventually. And I plan to bring you guys a walkthrough of an old game that I used to play on the PS3 and the Xbox, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, which I will probably bring that out to you before Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out. And then eventually, once I master Dragon's Dogma 2, I'll bring you guys a walkthrough on that one. So, I hope you guys are ready and excited for all of that.
Yep, absolutely. Now, if you want to see exciting gameplay with Outlaw Cowboy's hyperactive ass, please go to his channel. Link down in the description, and probably at the end of the video, you can just click on his face when you see it. Now, one more thing that I really want to do, and I'll probably bring it up again in another video. I just want to apologize for my absence. I've been crazy busy, like more sincerely than it was at the beginning of this outro. It's just work, bills, and being thoroughly exhausted. I really do love making videos, and I'm thinking that I just want to do more than What Ifs. So I'm going to start bringing more content to this channel, more different things that are outside of What Ifs, because I don't want this channel to die, but I also don't want to run into a feeling of being stale. I'm probably going to upload this again in another video, like I said before. But I do hope that the loyal knights can stay tuned and be excited for changes that are coming to this channel, even though I know change can be kind of scary. But without further ado, I think I talked your ears off long enough. So, for peace
and love, Outlaw Cowboy
out. Peace.
Nobody speak, nobody get choked. If he run the homie, gonna get smoked. No time for the lame ass jokes. I'm the GOAT. You a gringo when that story's been told. I make money moves, controlling every view. Oh no, you got hella proof, but no one's helping you. What's wrong? Now you on your own, you really want to smoke. Oh no, Chico really done it wrong. What's wrong? The hollow meta in the sky list, bro. Keep talking crazy, I might go post though. Always trouble when they go too far. Nobody mess with me familiar. Father.